Hey guys, Yummy here again, and welcome to another episode of my series in which I talk about the best loadout for each map. And today, it's going to be Flood Zone, one of the best vanilla maps in my opinion. I'm just going to talk about the loadout that I chose, why I chose it, why I think it's the best loadout for this map. If there is a map that you would like me to do that I haven't done before, make sure you put it down in the comments and I'll definitely consider doing it. Now, Flood Zone is probably one of the most diverse maps in the game. You can go from long range sniping across rooftops like a scrub or long ranging by the freeway, or you can go to extreme close quarters around the B and C buildings. It's very diverse, very ranged, and you really need to consider that whenever you're choosing a loadout for this map. Instead of just wanting to choose a weapon that fits either one of those areas so that you can just stick to one of those areas, I like to find a weapon that can suit both areas just fine. So now I don't have to meld my playstyle to whatever situation I'm choosing to stick to, and I can pretty much just run one sole loadout through the entire map and not really have to worry about being caught in a situation that I'm not suitable in. So for the class that I chose for this loadout, I went with the Engineer kit. Now, it is a pretty close tie between all of the classes. You really can choose whichever one you want and do moderately well on this map, but I went with the Engineer kit because of all the vehicles that are on the map. It's not exactly a really vehicle-centric map, but there are the helicopters every once in a while, and I just love knocking them out of the sky. So I went with the Engineer kit so I can do the most damage against those vehicles. And for a main weapon, I went with the SG553, the Sig Sauer 553. Definitely one of my favorite carbines. It's certainly become that over time once I discovered it and started using it and realized what an amazing gun it is. As a carbine, it's really good at medium and long range if you tap fire it, and it also has a really fast fire rate, so it actually shreds through people in close quarters, and it's a very amazing gun. It's a favorite among those people who discover it and realize that it's some kind of hidden gem among the carbine class, and it just suits practically every situation on this map. I usually actually run a PDW on this map, like the PDWR, my favorite PDW, or say like the CZ3A1, because you can do well with those ones as well, but I usually don't really have to find a loadout that suits the entirety of the map as a whole, and now I was actually looking for it, so I needed to go towards the carbines, which are a lot better at medium and long range than the PDWs, are way better than them. So I needed to find one that's really good, that's as good at close quarters as most of the PDWs, and is also good at medium and long range. So I just found the Sig Sauer 553 and pretty much just stuck with it. For a secondary weapon, a sidearm, I went with the 44 Magnum because it's just basically the pistol that I've been sticking with the Engineer class, since most of the Engineer's weapons are much more suited for close and medium range. The 44 Magnum is something that you can get guys at medium and long range. You could snipe with it, and I just love it at range. I love using it. It really extends the abilities of my class far beyond if I was using a close quarters pistol, and I do use it a lot for long range sniping attempts, and a lot of times I am able to take the enemy out, so it's a lot of fun to use, and it really helps balance this class out. For gadgets, I went with the Small because it's my favorite rocket launcher, and you should always run with rocket launchers as the Engineer class because it's just probably the most effective gadget in the Engineer class as a whole. And I also ran with the repair tool just in case I came across friendlies that needed a repair. Now, it probably wasn't the best choice for this map. You can choose other things that are a lot better, like AA mines to take out those pesky helicopters that fly around, but I just stuck with it as pretty much my default Engineer setup, so I didn't really see a need to change it. For a grenade, I went with the M67 frag because it's just the most effective frag grenade out there now. The V40 minis, you can throw really far away, but they just don't have that big of a radius, and I just don't find them that effective anymore. And the RGO impact can't kill enemies with full health anymore, even if you hit them directly, so it's pretty much useless. So I like running with the M67 frag over anything else. The field upgrade perk I chose was the offensive field perk so that you can get sprint speed to get places faster, and ammo because not playing as a support player, you'll find yourself running out of ammo all the time. And whenever I'm in that little room by C, I do have 2 support players in there that are dropping ammo, and that is an instance in which it might not be actually the best choice, but it's basically my main field upgrade, because that just ammo helps out so much whenever you're running around and you don't have any teammates nearby. So there we go, that was the entirety of the loadout that I chose. It is very effective. I found in the first game on Flood Zone, I went through 2 other loadouts that I was testing out, a shotgun loadout for some reason, and then a PDW, and they just didn't work out as well. So then I went to this SG553 and everything came together, and in the second match I had a much better time than the first match because I just stuck with it the entire round. The SG553 is truly an amazing gun. I recommend you try it out, and I've been meaning to make a video on it for quite a while now because it is practically my favorite carbine because it's such an amazing gun. Another map down and many more to go, so if there is one that you would like me to do next, make sure you put it down in the comments. And until next time, if you guys like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And this is Yummy. Goodbye and good hunting.